Have you ever felt like your garden has more puddles than plants? Or perhaps your soil retains just a little too much water, causing other plants to wilt away? Fret not. Nature has some beautiful solutions for you. Welcome back to our channel, where today we're diving deep into the world of moisture-loving perennial plants. Let's discover 10 spectacular perennials that don't just survive, but thrive in wet soil. Get ready to transform those soggy spots into blooming paradises. Number 1. Iris. When you wander near riverbanks or tread softly through marshes, there's one flower that's bound to capture your attention with its dazzling dance of colors, the iris. With over 200 enchanting species, each bloom tells its own story. But if you're a beginner looking for a classic, then Iris germanica, the majestic bearded iris, is your perfect pick. And guess what? While its tall, slender stems sway freely in the air, its roots revel in consistently moist, fertile soil. So if you've got a wet patch, the iris doesn't just adjust, it celebrates. Number 2. Canna. Imagine igniting your garden with flames of color. Enter the Canna Lily. Towering gracefully with soft, upright leaves, its spiked flowers are a bold statement of nature's artistry, offering a tantalizing contrast in both shape and hue. Regulars of the Bog Garden Club, Canna lilies have an undeniable penchant for the moist, nutrient-rich pockets of soil where most plants hesitate. Got a spot where rainwater lingers? These resilient lilies see that as an invitation, and while a solitary canna is undeniably striking, imagine a sea of them. For the most mesmerizing effect, let them stand shoulder to shoulder, lighting up your garden en masse. Number 3. Spiderwort. From the heart of nature's canvas emerges the spiderwort, or as the scientists fondly call it, Tradescantia. Graced with intriguing petals that swing from shades of mystic purple to romantic pink and pure white. These flowers have a brief yet brilliant life, shining for just a day. But don't let that fool you. These plants are generous performers, constantly painting your garden with splashes of color all season long. While their native terrains don't usually treat them to marshy fields, these adaptable beauties are quite the troopers. They can set roots into a variety of soils. Surprisingly, a stint in wetter grounds might just gift you with even more vivid blooms. And even if the skies withhold rain for a bit, they're tough enough to handle it. Number 4. Cardinal Flower. Enter the stage the dazzling Cardinal Flower, or by its sophisticated name, Lobelia cardinalis. With petals painted in the deepest shades of red, it's a magnet not just for our eyes, but for the flurry of pollinators that dance around them. In the wild, these radiant performers are often seen gracing the edges of streams or quenching their thirst in high rainfall regions. Their love for moisture isn't a mere preference, it's a passion, and when they're blessed with their beloved wet surroundings, well, expect a blooming bonanza unlike any other. Number 5. Elephant's Ear. For those who find poetry in leaves more than petals, let's turn our gaze to the elephant's ear. Its scientific moniker, Colocasia esculenta, but many also recognize it as taro. With its sweeping, colossal green leaves, it effortlessly brings a slice of the tropics to any garden. And the best part? These giants are easygoing, finding their groove in moist, nutrient-rich soils. But dear gardeners, a word of caution. While they're a marvel to behold, these leafy titans have a tendency to dominate. Especially in tropical regions, they can quickly claim territory, leaving other plants gasping for space and nutrition. Number 6. Swamp Sunflower. Next on our list, let the golden brilliance of the swamp sunflower, or Helianthus angustifolius, transport you to nature's most enchanting ballroom. This radiant perennial bursts forth with cheerful yellow blooms, each resembling the sun itself. As the name suggests, the swamp sunflower thrives in wet areas, painting marshes and swampy terrains with its sunny disposition. More than just a treat for our eyes, it's also a favorite among pollinators. So if you have a moist spot in your garden crying out for color and life, the swamp sunflower is ready to answer the call and transform that space into a golden spectacle. Number 7. Astilbe. Stepping away from the bold and into the realm of the ethereal, meet Astilbe. This delicate perennial graces gardens with its airy, feather-like plumes, creating an almost whimsical atmosphere. With a spectrum that dances between the softest whites, passionate reds, gentle pinks, and even regal purples, Astilbe ensures there's a hue for every mood. Perfect for those shadowy, moist corners of your garden where many plants might shy away, Astilbe dives in headfirst, bringing with it a cascade of color and texture. Its fondness for wet feet makes it a top contender for areas that retain moisture. Number 8. Horsetail. Journeying back in time, we encounter horsetail, a plant that has graced our earth for millions of years. Known scientifically as Equisetum, this living relic is a testament to nature's tenacity and adaptability. Distinctive with its segmented, bamboo-like stems and lack of traditional leaves, horsetail offers a unique texture and aesthetic to gardens. It's almost like adding a piece of prehistoric art to your own backyard. A lover of wet grounds, horsetail thrives near ponds, streams, and any moisture-retentive spot. So if you're looking to introduce a touch of ancient charm and architectural flair to those waterlogged areas, horsetail eagerly steps up to the task. Number 9. Marsh Marigold. Introducing a star that needs little introduction in waterlogged terrains. The Marsh Marigold. Often mistaken for a buttercup because of its radiant gold blossoms, this plant is a beacon of springtime delight. Beyond its captivating blooms, Marsh Marigold, scientifically known as Caltha palustris, sports deep green, glossy leaves that beautifully offset its sunlit flowers. A staple in marshes and wet woodlands, this moisture aficionado feels right at home by pond edges and in consistently damp soils. So if you've been wondering how to transform a soggy patch into a sunlit spectacle, Marsh Marigold holds the golden ticket. Number 10. Ostrich Fern. Last, but by no means least, allow us to introduce the elegant ostrich fern. With fronds that elegantly arch and cascade, mimicking the plumes of its namesake bird, this fern is an embodiment of grace and beauty. This fern thrives in damp, shady nooks. It paints the landscape with a shade of green so lush, it's like walking through an emerald dream. Gift it the moisture it craves, and the ostrich fern will reward you with a verdant display, turning even the gloomiest corners into woodland wonders. And there we have it, a symphony of 10 spectacular plants that find joy in the wettest spots of our gardens. From vibrant irises to elegant ostrich fern, each of these botanical wonders holds a story, ready to transform damp patches into slices of paradise. Remember, every part of your garden, no matter how challenging, holds potential. It's all about finding the right plant that sings the right song. Until next time, let's keep our gardens growing and our spirits flowing.